Prime Minister of the Jamaica Labour Party, Bruce Golding, called on all members of the party to carry out their actions with the highest integrity to protect the goodwill and public confidence accumulated by Prime Minister Andrew Holness.
It's our first conference since the elections of last year, elections in which we won with a margin of 14%, apart from 1980, the largest margin of victory in the history of the country. And credit must be given to the party workers who mobilized so well despite COVID. And of course, credit must be given to the councillors and the management team. But make no bones about it. Much of the credit for that landslide is due to the party leader. Since becoming Prime Minister, he has built a treasure trove of public goodwill. He has exhibited a style, a commitment, an energy, and a determination that has resonated with the Jamaican people. But I want to make it very clear that that goodwill that he enjoys is very delicate, it's very fragile. It has to be handled with the utmost care. It is something that can vanish in the twinkling of an eye. So it has to be protected and preserved because he is going to need it in order to mobilize the country to confront the many challenges that we face. And we are going to need the public goodwill that he enjoys when the next elections come around.
While addressing the JLP's 78th Digital Annual Conference yesterday, the former leader of the JLP said Prime Minister Holness is paying for the sins of those around him.
When we mess up, when we screw up, he's the one that gets the blame, not us. He's the one that gets fried in our fat. If we do our job well, with integrity, and in the best interest, not of ourselves, but of the country, we not enhance it, we strengthen it. If we screw up in doing that job, if we make the mistake of believing that the assignment we have been given is something that we are entitled to because we are good laborers, if we believe that we are put there to pursue our own interests or feather our own nest, then we're letting down Andrew Holness. We're cold in the game. We must not let him down. We must not let down the thousands of laborites who put us where we are and who have kept us where we are. We must not spit in the faces of the thousands who don't identify themselves as laborites but went and voted for us because of the trust and the confidence that Andrew has inspired in them. We must never allow ourselves to be regarded as just another herring in the barrel.
According to Mr. Golding, Holness needs the support of all MPs and councillors to get the job done.
My message to you today, brief as it has to be, is not designed, was not intended to elicit applause. I don't need applause. But as someone who has served this party, someone who grew up in the party, someone who has the honor of serving for 10 years as your General Secretary, for 11 years as your chairman, and for 6 years as your leader, I claim privilege to say what I'm about to say because I believe I have a duty to say it. Running the government is not something that can be done by Andrew Holness alone. It needs dedicated ministers. It needs diligent MPs and councillors. Hundreds of us were asked to take on responsibility for the effective and efficient management and administration of those entities that execute government policies and implement government programs.